He thought he had lost everything, a dream, a plan, a life he had carefully built, gone in an instant. His heart ached, his mind was restless, and he felt utterly alone. But little did he know that what he thought was an ending was actually the beginning of something far greater. Because healing, true healing, begins the moment we stop resisting and start trusting Allah's plan. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman named Aisha. She had worked hard her entire life, dreaming, striving, hoping. She had planned every detail of her future, from her career to her marriage. Every step seemed calculated, every move deliberate. And yet one day everything fell apart. The promotion she had waited for denied. The person she thought would be by her side, suddenly distant. Her health, her finances, her plans, all disrupted in ways she could not understand. Aisha felt lost. She asked herself, why Allah? Why me? Why now? Her heart was heavy with doubt. Her mind a whirlwind of questions. One evening, she sat quietly, staring at the sky, feeling broken. And then she whispered softly, almost hesitantly, "O Allah, if this is your plan, then let it be. Guide me through this darkness." In that moment, a strange peace began to settle. It wasn't an instant solution. The pain was still there, but a small light flickered in her heart. And that light is the first sign that healing has begun. Because, my dear brothers and sisters, healing does not come when we get everything we want. Healing comes when we surrender what we think we need and trust what Allah knows we need. Allah tells us in the Qur'an, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Surah Az-Zumar 39 saying 553, no matter how heavy your heart, no matter how deep your pain, Allah's mercy is greater. Many times, we are blinded by our own expectations. We want life to unfold according to our timeline. We want people, opportunities, and outcomes exactly as we imagine. But Allah's wisdom is far beyond our imagination. He sees what we cannot. He knows what we do not. And sometimes, the very thing we perceive as loss is actually protection. Sometimes, the closed door is a path to something better. Reflect for a moment on the story of Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him. He was thrown into a well, betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, wrongfully imprisoned. And yet, every hardship he endured was preparing him for something far greater. He became a leader, a guide, a source of hope for a nation. Our hearts, like Yusuf's, are often tested not to break us, but to mold us, to strengthen our patience, to increase our reliance on Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, no fatigue, nor disease, nor sorrow, nor sadness, nor hurt, nor distress befalls a Muslim, even if it were the prick he receives from a thorn, but that Allah expiates some of his sins for that. Sahih Bukhari, pain, discomfort, loss are not meaningless. They are cleansing. They are shaping. They are reminders that this world is temporary and that our hearts are to be trained in reliance, gratitude, and surrender. Healing begins not when we forget the pain, but when we remember Allah amidst it. When we replace our questions of why me with, oh Allah, what do you want me to see? When we let go of control and allow the divine hand to guide us. Think about it. How many times have we resisted change only to find later that what came after was far better than what we had imagined? Healing requires this patience, this faith, this surrender. So, how do we take these lessons into our daily lives? How do we transform our grief, our heartbreak, our confusion into peace? First, begin with acceptance. Accept that not everything is in your control. Let go of the shoulds and the what ifs. Instead, ask, what is Allah teaching me through this? Second, cultivate gratitude. Even in hardship, there are blessings sometimes hidden, sometimes small, sometimes silent. A healthy breath, a kind word, a moment of reflection, these are reminders that Allah has not abandoned us. Third, Third, strengthen your connection with Allah. Pray even if your heart is heavy. Recite the Qur'an even if the words feel distant. Talk to Allah as a friend, as a confidant, and slowly your heart begins to heal. Fourth, be gentle with yourself. Healing is not linear. Some days the pain feels sharper, some nights the grief heavier. This is natural. But each tear, each sigh, each moment of struggle can become a step closer to healing if surrendered to Allah. Fifth, surround yourself with light. People who remind you of Allah, reminders of patience, hope, and mercy. Avoid those who pull you into despair, anger, or resentment. Your environment shapes your heart as much as your thoughts do. Sixth, reflect on the bigger picture. Life is temporary. Our time is short. Every hardship, every trial, every closed door is part of a divine tapestry, and Allah is the perfect artist. Even if we cannot see the design now, trust that it is beautiful, complete, and finally, embrace hope. Hope is not denial of pain. It is the courage to believe in Allah's plan despite it. Hope allows us to rise again, to smile again, to breathe again, because we know that the one who created us also knows what is best for us. So, my dear brothers and sisters, if you are broken, lost, or in despair, know this: healing begins when you trust Allah's plan. It begins when you release the grip of your expectations, when you surrender the hurt, the loss, the disappointment, and allow Allah's wisdom to guide your heart. Pray for patience. Pray for understanding. Pray for strength. Remember, Allah is closer to you than your own jugular vein, and He is listening. Always let your heart whisper to Him, Allah, I may not understand, but I trust you. Heal my heart, guide my path, and make my trials a source of mercy for me. And slowly, in Allah's perfect timing, peace will return, joy will return, and your heart will once again be whole. Trust Him, surrender to Him, and remember, healing is not forgetting the pain. It is feeling the pain and letting Allah carry it with you.